Hello everyone, my name is Wax Gaming and welcome to part 1 of my playthrough of Pokemon Brick Bronze on Roblox. This playthrough will be split into multiple parts, each part hopefully coming out once every month. Do note that you cannot find this game on Roblox as it goes by different names, so you can't really find it as Pokemon Brick Bronze. But the name is confidential. I will not be giving out any details about this game. You can search it by yourself. If you do manage to find it, go ahead and have fun with it. Unless I'm given permission by the developers, that's breaking TOS. Now, if you guys don't know what Pokemon Brick Bronze is, in short, 3 years ago, a Pokemon game on Roblox was made, which was Pokemon Brick Bronze, and the game is set in the Roria region. For more information on this game, I suggest you check out the Pokemon Brick Bronze wiki, which you can just search by typing Pokemon Brick Bronze wiki in Google Chrome or browser. And before we get on with the playthrough, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. This video took me a long time to make, so any support is indeed greatly appreciated. I started the game by waking up late and definitely smashing my alarm clock to pieces. I named myself Mark and went outside, but then I was rudely interrupted by my friend Jake, who is actually the rival in this game. He tells me to find my parents at the excavation site. When I reach there, they talk about finding something and talking to the professor, probably some illegal excavation of fossils, but that's fine. At Professor Cypress's lab, I was given starter Pokemon to pick. There were I think 24 different breeds and I chose Froakie as Greninja is my favorite Pokemon. He has a timid nature which is incredible for the Froakie line. Then my rival Jake challenged me to a battle. He sent out Eevee and I sent out Froakie, which I cannot nickname until I reach Chesma Town because there's no PC or box in the professor's lab that I remember. Anyways, I used Bubble which crit as Eevee went for a growl. It doesn't matter though, as Bubble is a special attack. I go for another Bubble as Eevee did minimal damage with Tackle. I for some reason went for 2 growls when Bubble would have killed. Eevee landed another Tackle, but another Bubble won me my first battle. My parents then supported me of my journey to become a Pokemon trainer and gave me some advice like flossing teeth? Okay, they also gave me a necklace called a Brick Bronze, which sort of looks like Lego, and also they had to mention that they made it out of the rock that they excavated earlier, which was probably illegal. After that, I hit to Route 1 where I met some weird looking street gang members. I also caught my first Pokemon, a Zigzagoon, which will be used for mainly HMs and catching lower level Pokemon. Then I catch a Bunnelby which I named Peter Rabbit. You know, that Disney movie. Then after 20 minutes of searching, I caught a Fletchling. If you didn't know, Fletchling has a low spawn rate in Route 1. Anyways, I named her Spitfire. She has a serious nature which I could live with. As I was about to move to the next location, Jake told me to rush back home. I learned that my parents were kidnapped by Team Eclipse, which must have been the people I met on Route 1. Oh my god, my parents were kidnapped? That is terrible. I feel so sad. Moving on, Professor Cypress suggested that I go to Chesma Town. When I reached there, I was robbed by this Karen with terrible fashion sense. Ugh. After I told Jake about the incident, he offered to help by just standing there doing absolutely nothing. Thanks, pal. Before I headed to chase the bandit, I nicknamed my Froakie Riptide at the Chesma Town Pokemon Center. In Gale Forest, I catch a male Nidoran, only to learn it has Rivalry as its ability, which isn't as good as Poison Point. So I caught another one and named it Emperor. Emperor has Poison Point, which in my opinion is light years better than Rivalry. After grading my team up, I took on the bandit, who turns out to be a member of Team Eclipse. She sends up Poochyena as I lead with Emperor. I instantly switched to Peter Rabbit as Emperor was severely underleveled. Poochyena does manage to land a Sun attack on the switch, which was rather annoying. I used Mud Slap, which barely does anything, but got the accuracy drop as Poochyena goes for Howl. I used Leo for a defense drop as Poochyena goes for another Howl. Things are starting to look a little scary. I tried the Mud Slap, which unfortunately missed as Poochyena goes for another Sun attack. I go for another Mud Slap, which also connects with the accuracy drop, but Poochyena goes for another Howl. Now it's at +3 attack. I stay in for another Mud Slap, which of course misses, but I managed to dodge a Sun attack. I swap to Spitfire as Poochyena once again goes for Sun attack. I land a Pack, which does a huge chunk of damage as Poochyena spams Sun attack. But I managed to connect with a quick attack, knocking out Poochyena. Next is Pancham, and I swap to Emperor and use Leer. Pancham does the same, and I thought that he would survive an arm thrust as Poison resist fighting. I use Poison Sting for some damage, and Emperor instantly falls to a 4-hit arm thrust. Yay me. But Emperor does come in clutch and connects with Poison Point, poisoning Pancham. I sent out Spitfire, who deals big damage with Peck and manages to tank a 5-hit arm thrust. Pancham then falls to Poison, winning me the battle. After learning about a bandit being Team Eclipse, Jake suggests I battle the gyms to strengthen my Pokemon and possibly learn more about the kidnapping of my parents. So after getting some Pokeballs, I head on to Route 3 where I catch 2 new teammates. First up, I catch a Shinx and named her Nala, as like the one in Lion King. She has a timid nature, which I'm okay with. And she also has Intimidate, which is really nice. I also catch a Nincada, which I named Cicada. He's rather weak, and after the gym, he will be mainly used for HMs and perhaps False Swipe. Alright, I also caught an Abra I named Steven. He goes into the box. After defeating all the gym trainers, it's time to fight the gym leader, Chad. This gym is extremely difficult, especially this early into the game, because it's an electric type gym. There's no easy access to ground types as I did not pick Mudkip, and 2 of my 6 Pokemon are weak to electric. That's why I have Nincada, the Cicada. Wait, no, Cicada the Nincada, who has a huge part to play in this battle. Chad leads with Shinx, and I lead with Cicada. Shinx does have Intimidate, but doesn't really matter because the strategy Chad uses is Charge, then Charge Beam. And as Cicada is part of ground type, Shinx cannot even lay a finger on me apart from tackles. I used 5 Sand attacks as Chad spams Charge and Charge Beam. I went for Harden as I know Shinx would now go for Tackle, but even after the defense rise, it did too much for my liking. I do chip damage with Scratch as Shinx goes for another Charge Beam, which does absolutely nothing. I swap to Peter Rabbit and use Leer as Shinx misses his tackle. He misses again as Peter Rabbit goes for a Mud Shot, which does disturbingly little, even for a super effective damage. By the way, before writing this script, I actually did not know Mud Shot was special attack, so the Leer didn't help with that. I did get the speed drop though. I used another Leer as Shinx uses Charge. I use Mud Shot for more chip damage and speed drop as Shinx goes for another charge. This means my Mud Shot will now do a lot less thanks to the special defense boosts. I swap to Nala for the Intimidate as Shinx misses his tackle. I outspeed and use Bite, which barely doesn't KO as Shinx misses another tackle. He doesn't heal, so another Bite kills Shinx. Next is Chad's level 14 Pikachu. I swap to Riptide to see how much Water Pulse does. Charge Beam does disturbingly big damage as Water Pulse does less than half. I swap to Cicada, who's immune to Thunder Wave. I landed 4 Sun attacks before switching to Emperor. Pikachu lands a Charge Beam which does a devastating amount, so I had to switch to Nala. I intimidated the Pikachu as it goes for Thunder Wave. Pikachu misses a quick attack as I used Leer to drop his defense. Pikachu misses again and Nala did a huge chunk of Bite. I switched to Spitfire for the EXP as Pikachu misses another attack. A quick attack from Spitfire takes out Pikachu, winning me my first gym badge. Chad also gives me the TM for Charge Beam, which I do teach to Nala off screen. Right after I left the gym, Jake gives us a RTD, which probably will not be really useful for the story at this point in the game. Then he goes to challenge the gym for himself. Good luck, pal. You're really gonna need it. And that is part 1 of my playthrough of Pokemon Brick Bronze. Be sure to subscribe for part 2. Goodbye.